Hello, everyone. Listen, I know what just happened. Now, not what just happened, but in recent days, Wells Fargo sent out a notice to their customers, okay? Giving them a 60-day notice, letting them know, listen, folks, you got 2 months because we're about to close down this line of credit that you have been using Velocity Banking for. Absolutely. And so one would think, why in the world would a bank all of a sudden try to close out a line of credit? I'm talking about, this was a type of line of credit that you could place $3,000 to $100,000 personal lines of credit on, and you could do all sorts of things with this money, you guys. It's gone. It'll be gone. The 60-day notice was for the consumers, and so one would have to ask themselves, is this the end of Velocity Banking? What do we do now, CJ? I don't have any other contingency plans. On top of that, they said down there in the FAQs that it could affect your credit score. But this wasn't your fault. Huh? It wasn't your fault. I gotta stop Velocity Banking and my credit score has to suffer because you guys were pressured by the Federal Reserve? Oh. Oops. So what we're going to go over today is how to get a contingency plan in place for any bank, period. Not just Wells Fargo, all right? Now we know that Wells Fargo is a bank, and we know that we have to do certain things a certain way as a bank, and if not, we get persuaded to do certain things. Can you read the cipher today? Yes, I'm speaking in code, all right? Listen, I'm going to go over a contingency plan that you need to go in place. You need to put this in place. You need to implement this contingency plan just in case this happens to another financial institution that you'll be a part of. All right? I'm going to draw 3 squares. These 3 squares represent 3 banks. All right? I'm going to put in these 3 banks. How many know what that means? Okay? $5,000 per bank. Now this number can be anything. Okay? It can be 1,000. It can be 100. Okay? 100, 200. All right? So this is just easy math. So I'm just doing the $5,000. Okay? $5,000 each bank. You're going to open up 3 checking accounts. All right? With those checking accounts, this is going to be good. You're going to ask for a line of credit. These are 3 separate institutions. And it doesn't matter if it's physical or online banking or a mixture of both. What does matter is that you have these lines of credit open. Do we understand? Keep them open. Now, when you have these lines of credit, and you have 3 lines of credit, which one are you going to use? Well, first of all, you're going to use the one if you can't evenly spread it out like this, like 5K, 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 or 100, 100, 100, if you can't evenly spread it out like that, then what you would need to do is go with the largest one. Okay, go with the largest one. Say you have 5K here and 1,000 here and 1,000 here, you're going to go with the 5K here. And you're going to place, okay, your income inside of the line of credit once you pay your expenses. Okay, so you're going to give yourself an advance, okay, once you get approved by the bank or a federal credit union or a credit union. Once you get approved for that line of credit in all three banks, you're going to give yourself an advance and pay those expenses. Once your income comes in, you're going to make sure you place that back inside of the line of credit that you were utilizing. And the spread, okay, is what's going to pay down that line of credit. You don't have to worry about minimum payments. Don't worry about the minimum payments. The minimum payments don't matter anymore because your line of credit is your new checking account. You say, well, CJ, didn't you just say to open 3 checking accounts? Absolutely. Because the bank wants a relationship with you. And so you got to give it to them. Okay, well, CJ, what do I do with my direct deposit? Do I spread it out on all 3 banks? Listen. Yes. Why do you do that? Why would you spread out your direct deposit on all 3 banks? First of all, it's going to be your preference. Okay? If you want to do that, great. If not, that's fine too. The reason I would suggest that you do is because, remember, when you're banking, it's more than money. When you're banking, okay? It's about relationship. All right? So they want to know. They want to know, what is this person using me for? Do they need me for just a certain product, or do they need me for something else? And you know what? You're going to let them know, listen, I'm putting money into you every month, every week, every 2 months, 3 months. Huh? Hundreds of dollars is coming to you, bank. I'm not forgetting about all y'all. Huh? Look, you got to keep that relationship going. And so that's why I suggest that you spread that direct deposit to all 3 banks. Now, if you just want to do one, that's great. Stupendous. All right? Now, when you have these 3 lines of credit set up, what are you going to do next? Well, the next thing you're going to do is utilize them. Okay? You're going to utilize this one for the big expenses, and then you're going to utilize the other ones not so much, right? Why do I say that? Because the other 2 are backups. So you're going to only buy maybe, maybe an aquarium or something like that, like a dog house, or maybe a doll house, or a cabinet or some furniture, like a stool or something with these 2 right here, so that you are using them, but you're not using them as much as the big one. Do you understand? Absolutely, you're not using it as much as the main one. So you're going to keep the main one there. That way, watch this, if the main one says, listen, we're giving you a 30-day notice, guess what? You still have the other 2, right? So you're going to make sure your direct deposit, comes and goes into these right here. Okay? You're going to split it between here, or you're going to pick one. Okay? You're going to pick one. And man, I apologize on behalf of Wells Fargo. It's very sad what happened, but in reality, this is really good news, because when you think of all the other credit unions, when you think of all the other banks that you can utilize, Navy Federal Credit Union, PenFed Credit Union, Key Bank, Regions, there's a business bank, Live Oak. I strongly urge you guys to get into business, because this is the #1 tax strategy nationwide. All right. It doesn't even have to be a big business, guys. All right. I pay $125 to my registered agent every year. And boy, it's just amazing the taxes that you can save on when you have a business. All right. So listen, let's go over it one more time. All right. You're going to set up these lines of credit, 3 of them. Okay. But you're going to set it up. How? How are you going to set it up? What are you going to ask for first? That's right, the checking account. So you're going to open checking accounts in all 3 banks. All right. Then you're going to ask for the line of credit. Boom, on all 3. And then if you want, divvy up that direct deposit. If not, place it in your main bank, the main one that you are going to utilize. Listen, I have a challenge for you. I have a challenge for you. Open up 3 lines of credit right now. Right now. Turn this video off and open up lines of credit right now. 3 of them. And when you do, okay, you may not get all of them today, but at least open one. And when you do, ask for that checking account, right? And then you'll ask, how much can I get on that line of credit? Folks, if you're asking for a business bank, Live Oak is one of the best business banks out there. My goodness, their commercial lending product is amazing, okay? But when you're asking for the banks, don't forget the checking account first and then the line of credit. How much can I get on that line of credit? Folks, this has been awesome. The challenge is out there towards you. And don't forget, the one with the greatest, the one with the most detailed velocity banking strategy is going to get a $100 gift card. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just comment below or email me at info@velocityc.com and we'll go ahead and get that out there to you. A $100 gift card. I'm talking about a Visa. You know, not one of these that you can only use it, you know, this store, you can only use it, that store. No. It's everywhere you want to be. All right. So listen, folks, thank you so much for watching. You know what you need to do? You need to check out this video right here. God bless and have a great night.